In its crash test, it got a 5-star in its crash test, which is very, very good. So it means it is safe. One thing I realized about this car, you could definitely tell that it's a Gen Z car. This is the 2026 GAC Emzoom R Style, valued at 82,000 dirhams. And I'm quite excited for this car because if you guys didn't know, GAC is around 18 years old. It started in 2008, so I'm older than this car brand. So let's find out if the new generation, new style of car brands are as good as they should be, right? So let's start off with the beginning, with the front. We have this unique looking grille. I am a fan of this grille. It does look very aesthetically pleasing. It kind of looks like it fades into each other, so it looks like a mouth or like a shark biting or something like that. Other than that, we have quite a few orange accents throughout, so I'm kind of matching with the car and I didn't even realize that. We have orange here, orange on the bottom lip, so that's not too bad. Let's get into the headlights here. The headlights here have a kind of unique design where it's all this, like it's all edged, right? I don't know how do you explain this to the people, to the camera, right? It's just mean. The entire thing is like there's no curved edges, it's not a circle, right? It's all just edged out. I'm just gonna call it edged out, honestly. But yeah, it looks like a lightning as well, in a sense. So that's pretty cool. Like if we turn on the car and kind of show the lights, yeah, it looks pretty nice, pretty sick. Cool designs. Now let's move on to the wheel here. Here it looks like we have a 19-inch rims. It has a nice design to it. Again, that orange accent across the entire car, you'll see it everywhere. I did kind of notice one thing about the brake calipers. Majority of the Chinese cars that we reviewed all had the same colored brake calipers. I don't know whether they're the same ones exactly or different ones, but they all look the exact same. Here we have R Style. So you gotta remember that we are driving the Emzoom R Style, not just a normal Emzoom, right? And then we go here, we have these door handles. It gives you that sporty vibe to it. Once we go along the car, we also have some designs here on the sides. They have the pattern, right? And then we come in the back, and then we have the same kind of style in the front with the headlights and the tail lights, right? That whole edged look. Imagine the entire car just blacked out. Even in matte black, it would be so nice. Look at these, man. They look very nice, clean. I don't know whether they're titanium or not, but it looks very nice. And you'll be surprised at how good this car sounds, even though it's a 1.5 liter V4, but their exhaust system sounds pretty good. That's all about it from the outside. So let's get now into the inside. All right, so exactly when you step in, you could already tell what this car has to offer just from a very quick look. But let's start off with what we have here on the sides, on the doors. We have an LED strip going through the door. There we have the digital cluster here, which at beginning looks extremely complicated. It still gives you that same edgy look. It's very nice. I like it. I like that whole mean aesthetic. That's what I feel like cars should all look like. They should all look mean. You can actually switch through the modes here. Let's see if we press view. Yeah, there we go. If we press view on the steering wheel, we get to switch it from just simple, you know, showing the speed that you're at and the driving mode with how many doors are open, parking, whatever. And then if you press view, you actually get to also see the KPA for all your wheels, which is interesting. The steering wheel looks very nice, feels very good too. And you have not too much buttons, right, which still gives you also that sporty look for this car. You have, you know, the exhaust if you want to turn on and turn it off. You also have your features here, which is your lane assist. Not too bad, not too shabby. No paddle shifts, of course. Even though you're an R Style, I'd maybe expect paddle shifts, but we won't be complaining here at a value of 82,000 dirhams, because what other car can you get at this value with these many features? Infotainment system is, the screen is pretty small. It's definitely not more than 10 inches, not more than 10. You know, don't mark my word on it. I don't know the exact measurements, but I know it's definitely not more than 10 inches. But other than that, you have the Apple CarPlay and CarBit link for Samsung users. So that's pretty friendly. Plus you have the features and controls of the car through here. So if you want to open the trunk, it's just a press of a button and the trunk opens. Very nice. We can adjust the mirrors on the sides here. Let's see what happens when we press adjust mirror. Yeah, left mirror, right mirror, we could adjust it through here. We could also do the sunroof. Yeah, there you go. So actually here we have a panoramic sunroof, very nice. We have other features that we could use and control. We have heated and cooling seats, and we have also 4 different modes: Eco, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus, and we'll be finding out which one's the best one. And we also have some driver assist, right? Steep slope descent system, forward collision warning. I heard that their collision warning is very good. In its crash test, it got a 5-star in its crash test, which is very, very good. So it means it is safe, so you don't have nothing to worry about. But anyways, that's the infotainment system for you. Down here we have wireless charging pad, very cool. Other than that, we have here the gear, which is a 7-speed automatic, I'm assuming, right? So you have the basic park button on the sides here, and then of course the park here. You have to just lift it up. We have 2 cup holders, and then when you open up here, we have the center console compartment with a small slope here, which I'm assuming is to keep things, you know, like your keys, which is, I really like that feature. I'm not hating on it. I actually quite love it. And before we even go further into other things, I like how we have buttons still, right? We have the AC unit here. But other than that, let's get into the seats here. We have a 2-toned colors here. I don't know what you call this color, whether it's like creamish, lightish brown and black. Let's now hop into the back and find out if this car is spacious enough. All right, so now we're in the back seat, and I haven't moved this front seat, but look how comfortable I am in the back. Headroom, we have good enough headroom, nothing to complain about, and same goes with the knee space to the seat. I'm happy with this. It's quite comfortable. It's not too bad. You can fit 3 people in here, potentially a 4th if you all squeeze in. But regardless, one thing I realized about this car, you could definitely tell that it's a Gen Z car, because in the back of the seat it actually has pockets, and it has pockets for your phone, or at least something that, you know, wouldn't slip all the way through. Because I remember I used to always have my, like, if I want to put my phone somewhere and I try to put it here, it just sinks in and I won't be able to see it. But now all we gotta do is just put it up here, and then boom, you have it right there. You'll always be able to see it. Very nice feature, a feature that I haven't seen in any other car. It's very simple, but it's always those little things that matter. Other than that, we have here in the center just 1 AC unit, but also one other thing that I did realize, that this front seat is all electric, but the passenger seat is not. Is that an issue? Not really, but you know, something worth mentioning, right? Other than that, let's go look at here, the center console. We pull this down, we have 2 cup holders, nothing much, no storage space, and just the cup holders. Then you still have that same 2-tone on the interior from the front and the back. One thing that kind of annoys me, which could be me yet again, is that how you have the liners here a different color than the entire car. So it just kind of looks a bit off. I don't know if they just paused and forgot the top part of the car or not, but at least, you know, it's something worth mentioning again. But that's all. So now let's take this car on a drive and see how well it drives. All right, so now we are in the car driving the GAC Emzoom R Style. And let me tell you, first things first, it was quite hard to actually get a switch from Eco to Sports, or from Sports to Comfort, or whatever it may be. Maybe I'm missing something and I don't know how to do it, but there's no button specifically for me to just go ahead and press it into a switch. I have to go through the screen, which means I have to go out of the Apple CarPlay and then head to the mode that I wanted to go to, and then it gets placed, which is quite annoying to be fair. But nevertheless, now we're on the drive. It's very responsive to the throttle. Very, very responsive, and does sound quite nice. Listen to this. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it from the camera, but it wasn't bad at all. It sounds nice. It sounds like you're driving quite fast, but you know, at the end of the day, you're still repping a 1.5 liter V4 that's literally pushing, what was it, 177 horsepower? If I'm not mistaken, 177 horsepower. So let's just say pushing 200 horsepower, right? So far the drive is very comfortable. Like I have nothing to say other than, like, it's just those modes. The switching between modes kind of irritated me a lot, but you know, the drive feels nice. Steering wheel is quite heavy. I like it like that. I feel like it's too light. It makes me feel like I'm about to like tilt the car at any moment. Speed bump that we just took right now, barely felt it. But response on this car is very nice. I'm really having fun driving it. And look, there's another GAC Emzoom on the roads right now. You'll see a lot of these on the roads for quite some time. I feel like sooner or later you will find some. But I have nothing bad to say about this so far. It has all these unique features like 360-degree parking cameras. It has lane assists and of course assisted lane assist, and it has adaptive cruise control as well. But I don't feel like you need much, and especially since whatever you're getting for, like you're getting now what? You're paying 82K for a car that has 3 of those features. It gets you from A to B. Its fuel economy is fantastic. Its safety is rated out of 5-star out of 5-star in its crash test. What else would you ask for? It has Apple CarPlay. It has sound system, which is not terrible, pretty good for if you're asking me. As a daily car, this is not bad at all, because you get to drive through the city. It's convenient. It's not too big and it's not too small, so you're not gonna struggle parking this in downtown, for example, in very heavily dense populated areas, whatever you want to call it and however you want to word it. But it takes turns very nice. It's a very sharp car, and 2026 car in this style with these many features you will not get. So for paying for that price, you're getting literally a steal in the end of the day. Yes, it is a brand new car. You may be scared to get into it, especially since the 2008 they started manufacturing cars. But for them to be started in 2008 and to be this advanced and competing with these prices, it's just amazing. You know what I mean? Overall, I'd rate this like a 9.2 of a drive. Because the drive feels nice, very smooth. Alright guys, so that's been it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. So make sure you guys like, subscribe and share. And comment down below what was your favorite feature about this car and what car you'd like to see next. Peace out.